There is a silent battle that millions of people fight every single day, the struggle against insecurity. It is invisible, yet its weight is heavy. It surfaces when you doubt yourself, when you overthink before speaking, and when you fear that you are simply not enough. Insecurity isn't just born from failure. It's born from the fear of failing. It's that inner voice that repeats the worst-case scenario exactly when you need to believe in yourself the most. But that voice can be silenced. And when it is, something greater emerges: clarity, calm, and inner confidence. The Stoics taught that the mind can be our greatest enemy or our best ally. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you learn to master your thoughts, insecurity loses its power. In this video, you will discover 8 Stoic practices to eliminate insecurity from your mind, think with clarity, and reclaim the steadiness that already exists within you. These aren't just theories, they are real tools that transform how you face fear, judgment, and doubt. Stay until the end, because each practice is a key that unlocks a different part of your mind. By the time this video is over, you won't just understand how to overcome insecurity, you'll feel like you've already taken the first step. Before we begin, write in the comments, "Today, I choose to trust myself." Say it with intention, because this phrase is a silent commitment to yourself. Confidence isn't found outside, it is built within. Lesson 1. Reject perfection, embrace progress. Insecurity often disguises itself as perfectionism. This need to do everything flawlessly, to never make a mistake, to never let anyone down. It's just fear in disguise. It's the fear of judgment, the fear of error, the fear of falling short. This fear paralyzes you. It makes you overthink until you stop moving. But progress isn't born from control, it's born from action, from the step you take even when you aren't sure of the outcome. Epictetus taught, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." While the perfectionist waits for the perfect moment, the wise person acts with what they have. Perfection is an illusion created by an insecure mind to justify inaction, but progress, however imperfect, always transforms you. When you focus on moving forward, every mistake becomes a lesson and every stumble brings clarity. Marcus Aurelius said, "The perfection of character is this, to live each day as if it were your last, without frenzy, without apathy, without pretense." He didn't say, "Do it perfectly." He said, "Live with presence." Today, let go of the need to get everything right. Don't wait for the ideal moment. Don't wait to feel ready. Do what you can with what you have and improve from there. Every imperfect action is a victory over insecurity. Lesson 2. Practice Memento Mori. There is a truth that few have the courage to face. Life is brief. Every day that passes is one day less. But this truth isn't a death sentence, it's a liberation. The Stoics called this Memento Mori. Remember that you will die. Not so you live in fear, but so you live with purpose. When you remember that everything is finite, fears shrink, doubts lose their weight, and what truly matters comes into focus. Insecurity takes root when you forget what is essential. You spend so much time worrying about what others will say or if you're ready, that you forget that life doesn't wait. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." Memento Mori isn't about sadness, it's about focus. It's understanding that every moment is sacred. When you remember this, you stop procrastinating, you stop seeking approval, and you start acting. Because time is more valuable than any applause. Lesson 3. Accept the flow of the world. Everything changes, everything transforms. Yet we resist. We cling to what was and fear what is to come. This resistance is the root of suffering. It isn't the change itself that hurts. It's our attachment to things that cannot stay. Stoicism teaches us that peace is born when you accept reality as it is, not as you wish it were. Marcus Aurelius said, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make of it. What disturbs you is not the event itself, but your interpretation of it." Acceptance is not giving up. It is understanding that every change makes room for something new. When you flow with life, you find peace even in the middle of the storm. Lesson 4. Apply the dichotomy of control. Insecurity is born when you try to control things that are not up to you. What people think of you, how things will turn out, or whether you will please everyone. The Stoics taught a simple principle. There are things that are up to us and things that are not. Everything changes when you learn to distinguish between the two. Ask yourself, is this under my control? If yes, act with resolve. If no, let it go without guilt. This question is a mental sword. It cuts through the confusion. When you focus on what is up to you, your actions, your discipline, your attitude, insecurity loses its grip. Lesson 5. Practice self-awareness. The root of insecurity is not knowing who you are. When you don't know yourself, you look for validation outside. You live trying to please others, wearing a mask just to fit in. Stoicism teaches that the soul grows strong in silence. Only in stillness can you see yourself clearly. Take time to observe yourself. Ask, why do I do what I do? This question opens doors. When you know yourself, you stop reacting on impulse and start acting with intention. Lesson 6. Guard your internal dialogue. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Every thought you repeat becomes an order to your subconscious. If you treat yourself harshly, you tear yourself down. If you speak to yourself with clarity and firmness, you flourish. It's not about lying to yourself with empty phrases. It's about speaking to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love, with respect and compassion. Replace "I can never do this" with "I am learning." Replace "I'm not enough" with "I am growing." This practice reprograms your mind for confidence. Lesson 7. Expand your comfort zone. Insecurity is not born from risk, but from inaction. Every day that you choose the familiar because you're afraid to fail, you strengthen the voice of fear. Confidence doesn't come before the action. It comes after. Don't wait to feel ready to act. Act so that you can feel ready. Start small. Have the conversation you've been avoiding. Share the opinion you've been holding back, or change a small part of your routine. Every step outside your comfort zone is a strike against insecurity. Lesson 8. Build with constant action. There comes a point where you need to stop waiting and start moving. Not because everything is clear, but because clarity comes through walking the path. The insecure mind seeks approval. The trained mind seeks consistency. Every action aligned with your values is a silent affirmation of inner power. It doesn't matter if no one sees it. What matters is that you can look in the mirror and say, "Today I took a step in the right direction." If you've made it this far, congratulations. It means something inside you has already decided to change. Insecurity doesn't vanish overnight, but every time you choose to act, it loses its power. Now leave a comment below. Today I choose to trust myself. This is the first step in building the confidence you deserve. If this video resonated with you, give it a like to support the channel. Share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep learning about Stoicism and personal growth. And remember, you don't need to eliminate all fear to move forward. You just need to believe in yourself a little more today than you did yesterday. Thank you for being here. Stay strong. Stay present. Until next time, may you choose confidence over doubt, action over paralysis, and wisdom over fear.